This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Blue check. 45.
And they'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
Ready. 43 rail. 50 green. Blue striker. Ready.
Love from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Packers are 12-4 now on the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Down. Black 40.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Love. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't hold that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Throwing. Love. Over the middle, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Ready.
They give this to McLaughlin. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Black swap. Ready?
Again, it's McLaughlin. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing, Cook. He's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Up the middle they go. Royal. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Cook. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I like their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all these stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
A carry from the McLaughlin. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Royal. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we
That
go.
7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Set, cut.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Down. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. It's complete to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Black, 95.
Here's McLaughlin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put,
Here we go.
You've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know One big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Cook. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're now only 35 here following a 43-yard, 8-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. They find some open field here. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 131 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Set, hut, ready.
Now again, right side. McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Slide.
And now Love going to change things up.
Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Blue check. Hut, hut.
Abanikanda is in. Touchdown, Packers. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Cook. He finds his man. Complete. That's out of it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. This 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Jets first down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Royal. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the 29, Cook. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Harrison Beavis on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go, set.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. This is caught inside the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the handoff for Bama Campbell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Love, they go play action now. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft as the first half is winding down. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. To throw is Cook. Throwing to start the drive. This one deep for Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On first down, Royal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his target, Royal. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A good pickup there, 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Up the middle they go. Whoa. And the Jets are going to have what looks to be a first and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try the left side. Royal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Campbell once again. Gets by him and out of the daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. We'll give now to Campbell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Touchdown, Packers! Matthew Golden, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Cook. He finds Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cook. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go.
Hands it off out of the gun. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Nike 18.
Looking to throw. Cook. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll try the left side. Royal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jets 32.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now, a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. And a camera on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Down. 60 red. Hey, red. White, white. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw. Cook. He finds his man. Complete. That's Oliver. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Royal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Cook. Royal making the catch over the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Packers, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Davis Price is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jets' 4-yard line.
Set, ready. Cut.
Davis Price once more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Davis Price, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try now for Patterson. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 42, Jets 32.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Cook. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He finds his man complete. That's Oliver.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
24 yards. That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Cook. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor from 4 yards out.
And the Jets are back within a score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Packers 42, Jets 39. Harrison Davis to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
95. Hut.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Ready. 10 black. Ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense Jets still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-Trade, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw these songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? Bombing fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah. Man, what the about that? Hey, yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats. All right. 30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab. All right, then. Let's go, Nas. It's time. It's album time. Yeah. It's time. It's time. Black is time. Premiere album still gonna happen.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And here we go from Chicago. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a West Virginia rookie. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to get the Vikings the first down.
First down, Vikings.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. 35 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. McCarthy throwing on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
A 30-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and label that one an attention to detail field goal, Kate. Because when you're playing in rain like this and weather like this, you got to be on point. Snapper, holder, kicker, all of them got the job done.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Williams to throw on first. His first throw is an interception. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. We send a man in motion. On first down, they'll run. And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaks field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And this is near the first down, but they need one more yard now to get it. Third down at the 29.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it an automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Pickup of 2 here. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 36-yard attempt.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to double their lead.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He has his man caught by Odunze. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Chicago first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield onto their own side.
At his 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Colston Loveland. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Isn't holding up. They're into the drop-ins. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Nice punts here, up and angled towards the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. They'll run here on 1st down. Rolling into enemy territory. He has it all the way inside the opposing 40.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Third and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know what that play was called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there. In that close, those are supposed to be money in the bank, cha-ching. And it's always a little surprising and stunning to see one missed. And you can bet on the sideline they were counting on having those 3 points.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Big strike here to Moore. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
Vegas!
Williams on first down. Complete out to the right side. They get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down throw by Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the gain's going to be to the 34-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Vegas!
Again, it's Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the Vikings 39-yard line.
Now Williams. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And finds connect downfield. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they send him out of bounds right as he was coming up to that marker block. It's going to be second down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. They give it to him again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Brings up third down.
Another carry for it. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, it's Williams. Short pass brought in. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to line up in the red for this play back at the 8. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Vikings with a long ways to go for a score. Offense runs to the line for second down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throw left side. Ronnie Martin Hopkinson. They'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Running back, motioning right. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Jones gets it. He'll stay upright through this lane, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here's McCarthy to throw. Up behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Throwing from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
What is on?
Williams off the play fake. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pressure, and he goes down. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Williams with third and long. Trying for the deep ball. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. Takes this in the area of midfield. And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. Set to kick this away. The turn starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
What is it?
Here's the one back on the handoff. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from the defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. DJ for the touchdown. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tackle kept off the scoreboard, Brock. To see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now to the running back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job 1 of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to get the Vikings the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Still has some space inside the 35. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set now. 1st and 10. Thrown back, it's the handoff. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to Charlie Loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a Minnesota Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little...
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. We're going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'm not going to guys advocate if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. On play action, here's Williams. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. Offense up to the line fast.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Vegas!
Now here's Williams. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Out now are the special teamers to try a Bears field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Running this one left. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
So one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
We see quarterbacks in this league love targeting their slot guys so often. They get plenty of chances defensively to take one the other way. Nice to see him come through with that one. And what a great read to get in position for that pick.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. And goes to the hurry up here. Back-to-back carries here. And And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Man, it's Colston Loveland. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now a give left side. And he's sent out of bounds after an 8-yard pickup, so they've got 2nd and 2.
At the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hand off to the back. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Whiskey! What is up?
Williams to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Williams set to pass. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on. Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick. You know, Kate, that may not seem like much. I just go 1 for 2 as a kicker, but it's a whole lot different just psychologically for these guys to see one go through, because they may need him at some point later in this game.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The give here on 2nd. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back to the well again. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Has a big strike to Addison. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's the give. And he got what he could there, calling it about 4 yards on 1st down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Give running right. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support. Not many corners can make that stop.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll throw it. And finds Kmet downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Williams on 1st down. Strike here to Moore. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First down, Williams to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears trail by 6. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Quickly in, folks, it's intercepted. And the Vikings make the play to 2 with
to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Trying the right side. He's off to the races. 30 into the red zone. Has room into the secondary. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th.
The double whammy of this one, Kate, is just where they were on the field. Mentally, defensively, it's almost like an 8-point swing, going from the chance of the safety in one end zone to watching them celebrate in the other one.
Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Bears 9.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Ooh, poor effort there. He only gets it to the 15 before he's taken down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Buys time, rolling right. And not much doing. He stops quickly. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
19 tight.
Back to throw. Here's Howell. That's incomplete on 2nd down. This one misses the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw it. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That one's nabbed by Komet. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
throw again. It's Howell. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10. And the shotgun. Howell. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down.
Go! 19 Lions.
Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Incomplete.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense heading up for first and goal.
I'll be the one to say, Kate, he gets up to that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a game like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
They go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings